Hello friends and welcome again to my channel FiSci. This is a lecture series on mathematical physics, and in this today we will study about the average value of a function. So suppose uh, we have a function uh, y is equal to fx, where you know that x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. We have to find the average of this function over some region. Okay, uh, let's say this function has a graphical form like this. Okay, like this, it is any arbitrary function, and we want to know that what is the average value of this function in this region. Okay, from let's say x is equal to a to x is equal to v, we want to find the average value of this fx function between this region. Okay, so the average value of fx between a and b is the upper limit and lower limit. It is given by this. This is the symbol for you can see that I have uh, put these type of brackets. Okay, uh, so this is called this is for the average value. Okay, so average value is equal to, this is the formula for average value, and this is equal to dx. Okay, this is the general formula for the average value of a function. Okay, we can simplify this as a to b of fx dx, and that divide by b minus a. Okay, so our function can be dependent on time or some other variable. In physics we generally deals with the functions which depends on time, and lots of function are of trigonometric nature. Okay, so let's say we have simple harmonic motion. Okay, example, in SHM, which is called simple harmonic motion, uh, the displacement of particle, oscillating particle, from mean position is given by x is equal to a sine omega t. What is a? A is the amplitude, omega is the angular frequency. Okay, and t is time. If I plot this curve, it is it is a sinusoidal function. Sinusoid function is that function, yeah, if we have cosine or sine. Okay, so the displacement has this type of graph. This is a and this is b, and this is time. Okay, this is one time period. Okay, from here to here we have t, and this is one time period. Okay, this is half time period. What is time period? The time to complete one oscillation. So we have to find uh, the average value of function from 0 to t and from 0 to t by 2. Okay, let's do it. So average value of this displacement, it is equal to, I can write it as a sine omega t, and omega, you know, it is equal to 2 pi by capital T, the time period. Okay, we are finding the average value of this function over one time period. Okay, and we can find the average value in other, you know, half of the time period or 3/4 of the time period, whatever. So it will be equal to, since a is a constant, we can take it outside the this average value bracket, sine omega t. Okay, so it can be written as, 0 to t sine omega t dt, and divide by 0 to t of dt. Okay, now we have to solve this integral. The denominator, the integration is t, and when we put this limit, it becomes t, capital T minus 0, and we can take the t outside. The integration of sine omega t is cos omega t upon omega, and then we put the limit. Okay, so it can be written as a t, and omega can be written as 2 pi by omega, 2 pi by t, and this t and t can be cut, and when we put the upper limit, it becomes 2 cos 2 pi by t into t. Okay, what is this? Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Here also omega is equal to 2 pi by t, so t and t can be, you know, cancel out, and here we have omega is equal to 2 pi by t, and I put the upper limit in this small t as in place of small t. Okay, and then cos 2 pi by t, and then the lower limit. We know t and t cancel out, and we know that cos 2 pi is 1 and cos 0 is also 1, so I can write a upon 2 pi into 1 minus 1, and this is 0. So we can see the average value of the displacement comes out to be 0. Why? If we see this problem mathematically, we can say that the average value of the sine function is 0 over one time period. Okay. Similarly, if I want to find the time period of cos omega, the average value of cos omega t, or sine omega t, or sine 2 omega t, or cos 2 omega t, these all comes out to be 0, but over one time period. Okay, if we are trying to find out the values over half of the time period, then the answer is different. It is not 0. Okay, let's say we have hmm, same question in different limit. Okay, so let's start from here. Okay, for example, let the second example, this was the first example. Second example is sine omega t and limit 0 to t by 2. Okay, let's start it. Here I am just considering the sine omega t. Okay, so the average value of this function, it will comes out to be 0 to t by 2 and sine omega t and dt, and divide by 0 to t by 2 of dt. Okay, so it will become here we have 2 by t. Okay, and sine omega t cos omega t and upon omega, and then limit 0 to t by 2. Okay, I hope you know how to do integration, so I am skipping steps. Okay, so here we have 2 pi by t, and t cancel out, and 2 and 2 cancel out, it becomes 1 by pi, and we have cos omega, cos 2 pi by capital T into t by 2 minus cos of 0. Okay, minus cos of 0. Okay. Here I'm sorry, I made a mistake. The integration sign is minus cos, but the answer will come out to be 0. Okay, there, but here we have to consider it, and let's put a negative sign here. So it will become minus 1 by pi, and t cancel out, 2 and 2 cancel out, and we know that this is cos pi is minus 1, cos 0 is 1, so we have the answer 2 by pi. So the average value of sine in one time period, it is 0. Okay, for cosine it is also 0, but in half time period, t by 2 time period, the answer is different. Okay, the answer is 2 by pi, and similarly the case of cos omega t. Okay, if we let's say a third example, if we try to find out the value of the squares, then we see that the average value is equal to 1 by 2. So in this way you can find the average value of any function. You just need to have the limit between which you have to find the average value of function. Just apply this formula and you will have the answer. Okay, another way of looking at this, you can see that in this function the half of the function is positive, and the half of the same half, similar half, is in the below the axis. So the average value of this plus this, it comes out to be 0. But when you want to find the average value from 0 to t by 2, and that cannot be 0, and that comes out to be 2 by pi. And if I make this function a square, I square this function, then we'll have, this is sine square omega t, then the negative, all the negative things become positive, and this will be like this function, the sine square function are this, and you can it is this is t and this is t by 2. Okay, so you can see that in this way you can find the average value of any function. Okay, so, and this is the general formula. Okay, the function can be anything, it depends on any variable, time, whatever. Okay, so I hope you understood this lecture very much. Pardon me for my mistakes, and do write in the comment section if you face any difficulty understanding the concepts. Okay, so till then, okay, tata, bye bye.